Hello, in this video we are going to learn how to assign standards to individual questions. The reason why you would want to assign standards to individual questions is once your students have taken the test, you're able to see which particular standard the student was able to show proficiency or able to show that he can do, and which ones they can't. So you would have to do this at the beginning when you were making your test. So I'm going to skip through a lot of, or rush through a lot of the steps that are in the first video to make this video more focused and shorter. So I'm going to go into testing, create test, teacher test. Here are your default standard sets. So here's where you would choose your standards. I'm going to stick to Common Core here, but as you can see, you have science and you have all of them here. I'm going to stack Common Core. Right here, I'm going to just select math. And then your grade level here, I'm going to do high school. Your test name. I'm going to change it to print only. I will only be giving this test, my students will get a physical copy of it. They will bubble in. So I'm going to do print only. Create test key here. This is where in the first video I showed you how to change the bubble pattern. The first thing you have to do is how many total questions your test has. So let's just say 5 for this one, and then you're going to hit generate. Then you're going to change your bubble pattern. So remember, you just select whichever ones you want. So 1 and 2, the bubble pattern will be true and false. Apply to selected. The rest stayed at A, B, C, D. That's fine. So I'm not going to get into detail because I've already done so in the first video, but just take note. For me, it's easier to change the bubble pattern to all of the questions before I get into changing the standards. That way I don't get confused. So first, change the bubble pattern. Now that our questions are the way we want them, we're going to go ahead and assign contents and standards to it. So this is defaulted. So this stays the same. Then I'm going to, just like before, I'm going to select the one I want to change. So I've selected number 1. I'm going to pick the group. So let's say creating equations. That's what that question number 1 is. And let's say that the standard is, here are all the standards for that. Let's just say it's this one. And then I'm going to say add to selected. I have previously selected one, so I just have to press add to selected. Now that question is tagged as this standard. If, for example, you also want a skill area, you do the same thing. So I'm going to select number 1, and I'm going to do here. For me, I use this a lot to maybe write in my essential standard, or to just a skill area, like in Spanish we write interpersonal skill. If that particular question has them work on their interpersonal skills, so then I add to selected. And now there's a skill with it and a standard. I've kind of mixed them up. It's a math standard with the Spanish standard, but you get the concept. So you just keep doing that. Let's say questions 2 and 3 are both about quantities, and they're both about this standard here. And then add to selected. Now it works because I have I had already clicked on them, so it works. And then let's say I want to add a skill here, so I click. Again, my skill area is not working with math, but the examples are bad, but the instructions are what matters. And then let's say 4 and 5, you want, it is modeling with geometry, and then the standard is this one. You add to selected. So now they have standards. If I want a skill, I have to remember to select them, apply to selected, and we're all done. So all of my questions have standards assigned to them and skill areas assigned to them. We just hit finish. Oh yeah, see? It's telling me I haven't done the answer sheet. So I'm going to click my answers, the correct answers, so my student responses are graded against these. And now you can hit finish. Just remember, as you keep doing this, this was a short quiz, it was only 5 questions, but if you have a long test and you're adding standards, it takes a while, so always remember to hit save at the bottom. It's not here anymore, but it was in the previous screen. Just remember to hit save. At this point, you're at the control panel, so just like the other one, you just make sure everything's correct, and if it is, you're going to hit finalize. If you want to upload the test, this is where you do it. Okay, it's telling me, are you sure? Yes, I'm sure. I'm going to schedule the test. Administration date, so a date like name given, so I'm going to say January 2016. Start date is always today. And then end date is 5 years from now. It's a scan sheet, yes, and I save it. The next thing I'm going to change is who can administer the test. Teachers can administer, save. And we're done. At this point, I could print my test material. Hopefully this video was helpful. I did go kind of fast when it came to steps on creating the test because that is on video 1. And I'm sorry my examples were horrible. I just wanted to use another discipline. But you don't have to add skills and standards. You could do one or the other. Please email me if you have any questions. Thank you.